Hello, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals. And for this very special episode, this is part 1 of our tutorial video on LEGO Custom Hesperosaurus. And here's the making for Hesperosaurus.
Alright, so from the Therizinosaurus, here's how we ended up with. So we created a lot of differences in terms of what it was before and what it looks right now. Now we can say that this is a typical Stegosauria body habitus with short legs on the front, long legs on the back, a long neck with a really small head, and of course a tail that is raised like so. Now we have to do is put on some clay into it and let's see what happens. So here's what I've got so far with our Hesperosaurus. You can see that I've already managed to put on some of the clay and already tested putting on some of the plates also on the back. So all we need to do is just put on some more details and finish up on the sculpt, and then we're ready to paint. So I've added some more of the details here on our Hesperosaurus, completed the plates, and I'm happy with it now. And just a few more touches to it. I added some stud receptors on the hind, or what do you call it, front legs or front foot of the Hesperosaurus. We'll be putting on the spikes and then sanding this off, and then off to painting. So we had our Hesperosaurus already primered. Now we're going to start with the painting. So we have here different sizes of brushes. We also have some acrylics over here and some water, and let's start painting. So for the primary colors that we'll have here for our our Hesperosaurus, this is just a mixture of meadow green with white and yellow ochre. Just a little bit of meadow green so that we'll just have a tinge of it, but most of it is actually white and yellow ochre. So we want to have this particular color laid down very matte on the entire body of the creature, because later on we're going to have some gradients over it as we go through with our painting. So this will actually involve painting much of the body, including that of the tail and also the extremities of the creature. We'll be doing this in several layers so that we won't have that appearance of brush strokes on the figure itself. Alright, so to give the Hesperosaurus a little bit of gradient from the bottom side or the underbelly of the creature, we have here a grayish tone of what we had on earlier. I just added just a tiny bit of black to it, and then we're just going to paint on the bottom parts of the creature, including that of the lower sections of the extremities as well, and up until the chest area here. So we're just going to carry this over until the end of the tail as well, so that it would have that continuity of coloration and gradient on the figure itself.
And here are the winners for Guess the Species contest. We have 10 lucky picks. Here they are. I play, I do it, think because I'm pro. Aiden Stevenson, Debbie Johns, Paleo Lego, Ellie Joriel Correa, Rainbow Racer, Splits Bricks, Terry the Mr. Therizinosaurus, Albert Bamet, Rainmark, 11 years old boy. Congratulations everyone, and of course up to the winners. Aris Zapata,
Top 9.
User IC3KZ,
Top 8.
Baghdad,
Top 7.
Prehistoric Special,
Top
Campaign
6.
Serium Enjoyer,
Top
Margo,
5. Top
Gabriel
4.
Elkins,
Top
Victor
3.
Gabriel,
Top
Colton
2.
Todd, and Prehistoric
top
Light.
1.
Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you in the next CSSPC contest. For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon, it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage, and in the homepage just click on the community link to see all our posts. And continuing on.
And now to put on some colors on the figure, we have mixed here some pink and some oranges. And to bring in some warm tones on the figure, we're going to paint this on the upper portions of the Hesperosaurus. Now, later on we're going to overlay this with some details of turquoise and some greens to it. So just feel free to create a soft gradient by doing a soft what do you call this, dry brush on the top portions of it. But in the head and neck area, you have to go heavy on it, because that's how, or that is what is required for creating the what do you call that, the overall effect of the design of the Hesperosaurus, like so. And now it's time for some greens. Well, technically it's green. Yeah, so this is a mixture of meadow green and also cerulean blue, and we're going to paint this on all of the plates. But later on we're going to add in some low tones to it so that it will have some dimension. So let's just paint this on basically all of the plates here, back, front, and the top, so that you don't, make sure you don't miss anything, like so. So it just brings out such colors on the picture. I know it's like Christmas in September, but you know, everything will pull through later on. So now let's bring in some details on the figure. So I'm just going to put in some random markings on the figure, and this is where you can get creative and, you know, cover as much as possible the imperfections that you've got on a figure, so that you when you play with it, you don't have to see it all the time. So here's where you're going to do that. So there are areas where there is full on painted on details, while the areas on the lower sections could be a bit more forgiving in terms of the details. So just do that all throughout, and yeah. And here is where we are in terms of putting on the details so far, and we should have to do it on the other side. Oh well, let's do it, guys. Now to put on some drama into our figure, so we have here the same colors that we have painted on here, and we're just going to line the plates with this darker color. So same colors, added in some black to it, and then we're just going to, you know, carefully line on each of the plates, like so. And then for the inner colors, it's going to be an even darker shade of dark green, and then at the end of the color, or at the end, we're going to highlight it with some bright colors of turquoise, I guess, just to bring back some lightness into the figure. And like I've said, we're going to put black on the bottom parts, or on the roots of the plates. So each of the plates will have this particular marking to it, but later on we're going to somehow break down or break up these colors with lighter shades of turquoise. And yeah, I guess that's it for the tutorial video, guys, on the Hesperosaurus. I hope you like this one. We're going to have the second part of this one on another video, so please watch out for it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video as well. And also, please do not forget to support our other channels, EB Universe and The Adventures of Moira and Usher. Please watch their videos and support our channel by subscribing. And as we always would say, guys, let your inner roar. Thanks everyone. Bye.